Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be talking about stupid people who pretend to sound smart. So, specifically what prompted this video was I was thinking back to a long time ago. This was maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And at the time, my best friend, who I hung out with all the time, we were playing video games. We were playing Warframe, in fact, and I busted this crazy move where it essentially involves doing a shit ton of flips midair and then slamming down onto the ground with a sword. And I remember specifically, I was sitting there next to him playing, and I did that move, and he was like, "Oh, actually, did you know that if you did that in real life, it would break every bone in your body?" And I'm sitting there next to him, like, trying not to make it obvious that I think what he just said was the most retarded thing that I ever heard in my life. But I'm sitting there and just kind of like, okay, but like, how do you even know that? And he's like, "Oh, well, I mean," he's like talking to me about taekwondo and shit, and I'm like, "Fool, you smoke weed and jack off 5 times a day every day." Like, trying to talk to me about like fucking taekwondo and shit, and this is the same guy that didn't even know John F. Kennedy was dead. So what I found is that there's like certain types of people out there that I almost feel like aren't even conscious, okay? And I'm not saying any specific kind of person is this way, but it really does feel like sometimes that some people aren't even real people. Like, they're fucking robots that were placed into the system of which the matrix that we live inside of in our heads that is plugged into this fucking earth is causing us to hallucinate. Essentially, all I'm saying is that like there's a select amount of people that feels like when you talk to them, they're not actually understanding a single word you're saying. But then they'll cover that up by saying some weird philosophical shit that they don't even understand. I'll give you an example. So there was this old friend that I had known online. We used to make videos together, and it was cool for a while, but then we lost touch, and after about 3 years, he hits me up randomly and says, "Hey, I just got a new computer. We should make some more videos." And so I was like, great. So we get into a call. For the first time in 3 years, we're talking to each other. And this guy starts telling me about how, like, he's so punk rock. Like, he's such a punker, right? And I'm starting to, like, egg him on. Like, you know, what does punk mean to you? He gives me that classic BS response, like, "Oh, well, you know, there's like so many different meanings. Like, there's so many definitions." I'm like, okay, well, that's something that like a 5-year-old says to try to sound like he knows what he's talking about, to cover the fact that he's a retard. Now, with that being said, you know, I basically gave him my definition to make it a little easier on him. And I said, "Hey, well, I think that being punk is just about doing what you think is right despite what others think of you." And he responds with, well, yeah, that's like an aspect of it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but what are the other aspects of it, so to speak? Just egging him on. And he's like, "Oh, well, there's just so many, I can't even think." And I'm like, like once you say that, you've lost. Like, there's nothing, you've lost. Like, just give up. Now, I've spent many years developing this philosophy. It's taken a lot of trial and error, and I spent a lot of time contemplating about this. But in life, I figure it's a lot easier to simply avoid speaking about subjects you know nothing about. Now, keep in mind, I had to go training up in the mountains of Siberia with a little-known sensei who's a monk, and he doesn't talk. He just beats the shit out of you if you get it wrong. Point was, that was a very hard concept for me to learn. It's so difficult. Yeah, I just don't understand this whole concept of, like, how hard could it possibly be to just do your research about something before you talk about it? And if you don't want to do research, just don't say anything. Because not only do you make a complete ass of yourself, but nobody wants to be around you. I mean, it's like a big part of the reason I really hate the LGBTQ, despite the fact that I'm gay. Because that whole community, I'll be dead ass, is full of stupid. Like, it seems like the second you come out as gay or transgender, you just get diagnosed with poo brain. The main reason I say that is because when you join this community, that's what they call it, it's a lot like being indoctrinated, right? Because you go in there, you enter the LGBTQ conference, big old building with LGBTQ on the sign. You go in there and they ask you what your gender is. You tell them your gender, and then they go, "Okay, great. Well, here's the updated pride flag. There's a Wi-Fi password on the back if you want some free Wi-Fi. Also, here's your picket sign. Go to a protest. There's 5 of them in your area. Oh, and the last thing is, here's your mental disorder. Don't talk about it. Get angry when somebody addresses it." Point being, just because you're gay doesn't mean you're a part of the LGBTQ. Just because you moved to Alaska doesn't make you an Eskimo. Just because your ass moves to Hawaii doesn't make you fucking Hawaiian. So then why the fuck, the second I came out as gay, suddenly I'm a part of this community I want nothing to do with? But that's pretty much the mindset of the LGBTQ. A lot of stupid people that try to sound intelligent, when the reality is there's a lot of them in there that are grown adults and teenagers that have the maturity level of a 6-year-old. Now, I don't want to make this video entirely about the LGBTQ, but they are the nearest and best example that I have available to me. But you know what, now that I think about it, there is another group the Marvel squad, so to speak. It's the people that freak out over the new Spider-Man movie, and it's like, you guys are acting like you haven't seen 100 Spider-Man movies before this. Like, oh my god, Spider-Man, there's a new Spider-Man film, did you see it? It was so good. It's like, no. Everybody that I've asked said that it was actually just pure 100% grade A goy slop. But guys, you have seen Peter Parker in 5 different skin colors, in 50 different movies, in 6 different genders. Watch, the next Spider-Man movie, he's gonna be transgender. But yeah, honestly, at this point, anybody that watches Marvel is just a big boneheaded retard. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want more of these videos with face cam and stuff like that, let me know, because I got a lot of ideas. But anyway, thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys.